Hello, all, and welcome to another webinar series on how to recession proof your business before it's too late. And this is going to be presented by Miss Winnie Benjamin. Before I let you know her credentials, I would love to tell you about myself. I am Dr. Neva Alexander, and I will be the host of this webinar. I'm the owner of Neve Alliance. Neve Alliance is an educational company that provides knowledge through content creation, training, events, and different platforms. Now, I am going to let you know more about the great, wonderful Winnie Benjamin. And Winnie Benjamin is the founder and COO, Chief Operation Officer of Stewardship Masters International Incorporated, also abbreviated as SMI, and has her passion for development, impressive business performance, and assistant for nonprofit and profit businesses to become leaders in the marketplace by establishing reliable and sustainable brand identity. And you know that is very important. Winnie has over 30 years of experience helping small businesses to pivot during economic downturns by helping them to identify their transferable skills that could meet current market demands. Winnie's team of advisors, it's not just her, she has advisors that include financial, legal, CPAs, performance evaluation, marketing, brand development, business startups, system development, business existing, leadership mentoring, and coaching. Winnie and her team are currently working alongside small business leaders to support them as they lead their organization through the current crisis. And we currently have a crisis. She is also helping small businesses offer value added emotional support for their customer via teleconference discussions, podcasts, and live webinar with equipment presentation and Q&A decisions. Welcome, Winnie Benjamin. How are you?
I am fine, Dr. Never, and I want to thank you so much for the opportunity to share in this season of dreadful economic, or what I consider a dreadful economic downturn brought on by our famous novel COVID-19. You might see me smiling, but it's not that I am smiling in joy, but I'm just naturally a person known to smile, right? That's my brand. But indeed, it is serious. It is serious what the outcome has been. Lives have been lost. Families are hurting. And on top of that, the economy has shut down. Most businesses are literally closed, and only essential services are really ramming at it. And their lives are even at stake. But today, the topic of building a recession-proof business is dear to my heart. That's the topic, and I'm happy that you're allowing me to share it with your audience because it negatively impacts our economy. It causes, in the area of when your business fails in a recession, the economy fails. And if the economy fails, it has its consequences, because it starts with dreadful numbers of unemployment, which oftentimes lead to social problems, hysteria, robbery, even a higher rate of social exclusion, increased inequality, just to name a few of what comes out of an economy failing. And so to ensure that especially small business remain resolute, I decide to offer strategic planning sessions for business continuity in this season. So today I will briefly share some tips and answer any questions that our audience may have on keeping their business afloat during a recession. What I would like to do at this point is share my slides. So the agenda for today are going to be 4 key areas I want to cover, which is to know what your market is requesting, have clear corporate statements, have a clear marketing message and position, and recruit and empower your A team. Basically, in knowing, let me just get something out of the way here. Yes, so in knowing what your market is requesting starts by defining who you will serve. Right now, I have small business who will tell me, well, I do this, I do that, I do this, I do that. And normally I would say, if you are a general practitioner, then you are basically let's say if you're a doctor and you're a general practitioner or family practitioner, you are doing cardio, you're doing GYN, you're doing child, you cannot be a specialist in those areas. And for that reason, you do not make good money, because people who are looking for specialists do not want their specialists having focus on many things. So one of the ways of preparing your business before recession is knowing who your key clients are and who you are actually serving. The next would be, what problem do they all have in common? Your key and your niche client all speak the same language. They all speak the same language. They all talk about what's bothering them where the areas they're not being served, and they wish they had this. You grab those words and you put it into your marketing message, and then they will actually self-select. Therefore, being an expert of solving that problem that exists for them, you're building rapport. So you're going to probably do your ClickFunnels, you're doing your presentations like the way we are doing specifically for that market, as you invite them into maybe a Zoom webinar, or if it wasn't a lockdown, you'll be meeting them where they are and offering to do presentations where they can self-select from there. And you're building rapport during emails and other areas, because they may not necessarily be ready to do business with you right then and there, but you're building the rapport so when they actually have a need, they remember you. Follow through with your brand promise. Give them what they requested. And I put this in bold. Your brand promise. So you're developing a brand, making sure your brand is solid. The promise that you will give them results, follow through on exactly what they ask for, and be adaptable, ready to shift. And the reason I put collaborate in bold is because in a recession, when you are serving just a niche market, and that problem that you normally solve may not necessarily be their now lead problem in the recession or a downturn like COVID, you find out what the market currently needs, and then you find another business that is stronger in that area of service and collaborate with them. And you can work out commissions, you could work out affiliate commissions with them, but that's revenue that's coming in, and that they are able to build the capacity for your business so you can get through it. The next area here, let's see, sometimes. All right, so have a clear marketing message. Okay, here it goes. All right, technology. All right, so have your clear corporate statements would be the next. Know your why your business exists and state it clearly. At times, small businesses decide, oh, I see a way to make money. I see that, they Google, or you could make money in cleaning, or you could make money in health. And it's all about making money. And that's the saddest way to start a business, because in psychographics, which is the new form of surveys to know what a client independently wants right now, it starts with the story. You might be hearing it all over. It starts with your story. It starts with your experience, whether it's personal or something happened to a loved one or a group of people that broke your heart. Tell that story. And from that story, you dried your eyes and you made a decision. Never again. I'm going to do something about it. And I have a vision of how I am going to correct this. That is your story, starting with why. Establish your clear values, because you cannot go after a resolution by yourself. You are created to work with a team. Your team going to be made up of various characters, various characteristics or personalities, so to speak. But the one thing they're willing to come in and help you win is to know your values. So you have clear values, model them in your words, your actions, all of that. Consistently model those values. They are going to see your values and they're going to replicate it. And by so doing, you're forming a strong culture. Establish a clear and compelling vision that inspires. That's very important, because vendors are attracted to compelling vision, good vendors, and they will work with you, especially when in the lean times, but they are supporting your compelling vision. Your tribe of clients. Today, there are clients who are so loyal to the brand of small businesses that they're even sending GoFundMe money. And if there's a membership-based organization, even if they can't get access to the services like gyms, they are actually keeping their membership dues coming out every month to support that company, because they are attached to their vision and why they exist. Then once you have done that, then you create what's known as a logic plan framework for your organization. It starts with your SWOT analysis. So you form a think tank. If you don't have a board of directors or board of advisors, then you can bring in people from your business team. That means your lawyer, your business lawyer, your CPA, your marketing person, your systems or HR. If you are not the COO, Chief Operating Officer, you bring those people to the table. If you don't have those people because you're still very small, then who are the employees that are loyal to your company? And you come together and you go through your SWOT analysis, which stands for strength, weakness, opportunities, and threat. What is the strength of our business, you ask? What are the weaknesses that you know that we have? Because wherever the weakness is, that's the threat that's going to come against us. Whether it's the threat of the government, whether it's the threat of big pharma, whether it's the threat of your competitor, whoever is outside coming to go against you, they're only going to look at your weakness. So you have to focus on the opportunities that exist out there to strengthen you and protect you from the threat, and also for your strength to really do good business with the opportunities of service out there in the marketplace. So have a clear marketing message. You create your marketing message using the exact words your client, your ideal client or customer use when complaining about a problem. As I discussed earlier, we can even go more into that when we go into the Q&A. Ensure your marketing message resonates with your ideal clients so that they self-select to do business with you. The brand promise must be clear and true and exceed the expectation when you follow through with your brand promise. Exceed their expectation when you follow through with your brand promise. The reason for that is that you are looking for testimonials. That's how you build your credibility. You're just starting. You may be one of those fortunate ones that started business in January 2020 and now have to be shut down in March. And so your credibility has not yet been established. But what happens if before you really officially launched your business in January, that all of last year you were serving individuals? And now you can take their testimonies and you can add it to your website. Okay, so you're having a clear marketing message. All of this is for you to gain the loyalty of your current employees and the loyalty of your customers. All of what I've just shared Where is it going? Is to build loyalty, because during a recession, if you don't have loyalty, you're out of business. So just keep that in mind. That's the intention of this conversation. Recruit and empower your A team. Your A team are those that have a passion for building out a vision. Money is not their number one criteria. You know that they contribute to a legacy because it gives them satisfaction. They know that. They're all into it to build a legacy. For example, let's say I know I'm an A-team player. Most people know Winnie is an A-team player. I like to be paid well because I have a reason for the money that I am charging, because it needs to pay the salaries of my team and for the business operation. So by no means I am saying because I'm an A-team player, you don't have to pay me. No, don't get that twisted. I like to be paid well because a lot of people are depending on my revenue. However, I am not going to make money be the priority in the negotiation of bringing me on your business. But what will make me come on to your business is if I see that your why is really strong, you have strong values that I can align with, and your vision is compelling. Therefore, my passion is to come on board and create an impact by helping that vision to come to fruition. So later on, I can use that in a resume, on my testimonials. So just know that if you fill your business with A-team players, your life is easy. Your life is easy in running the business, because in each area of their A-team, they want their best footprint to be left in that business. All right. So that's why you focus on recruiting those people. You have to know the language to use in your recruiting, in the recruiting session. Give them your corporate statements and just set them loose, which is your why, your values, and your vision. They will help you to create the mission, the processes, and all that goes along with bringing your business to the market of your ideal clients that will love and adore and serve you and be with you through thick and thin. Ever so often, drop in to see how they are coming along and offer encouragement. That's how you work with your A-team, because the way you get rid of your A-team is micromanage them. Don't bother them. Just check in to see where they are in the process and give them a thumbs up. Or give clarity, because sometimes some things might be going a little awry. All you need to do is to go in and just make recommendation and suggestion. There are ways of how you communicate with your A-team. You go into more coaching than or mentoring, so to speak, because your A-team you just need to ask them questions so they can think, and they are going to ask you questions to get a little bit more clarity. That's why you're in there. All right. And you're there to high five. Yeah, guys, you're doing great, as you help to tweak where they are going. Do not micromanage them. All right. So your marketing position, in order for your business to be on demand, it must fill a gap that is needed, that no one else is serving. Remain alert to find the needed gaps. So in the Q&A, I would like someone to ask, share a scenario of a profession you are in and some of the concerns that you have being in that profession that's bothering you, right? It might be family issues. It might be the imbalanced lifestyle, the like, because I want to give an example of where that gap is for that person or that specialist to jump in and position themselves there as the expert, not as a general practitioner, because these individuals have a top of the head problem that keep them up at night, and they're not looking for a general practitioner or a generalist to jump in. So you want to jump in as the ultimate expert that's going to give them results, period. Because at that point, you are looking for results. If a train went over your leg and just suddenly stopped and is sitting on your leg and you're screaming blue murder, at this point, you don't care who is there lifting the train. You are there for the result. You will give them the bank account. Get this train off my leg now. The only thing you're giving your entire bank account for is immediate results that solve the pain that's keeping them up at night. So understand that's the gap and how you're going to position yourself in that painful situation. If you're not targeting pain that's keeping people up at night, you are dealing with what they call high fruit. You want to go for the low fruit. The low fruit is solving a painful issue to the client, and that's how you get paid well. Place your business as a specialist in that gap and offer the results. Right? So in recapping, we build a resilient business by remaining relevant to the needs of the market. You will have clear corporate statements. You will have clear marketing messages and position, and you'll recruit and empower your AT.